So CDN is a content delivery network. It has a history probably started at the end of 90s, and the real need of CDN started when operating systems needed updates, which Microsoft, like I said, started at the end of 90s. So before that, it was mostly websites, and websites didn't need at that point a content delivery network. But when the update of the operating system was going out to the internet, and suddenly thousands and thousands of computers were downloading updates simultaneously, it was causing problems with a single or limited number of distribution centers, or so-called points of presence, which we are using now, this terminology. But so because of that, what was created, the big number of computers or servers with those updates are located in the different cities closer to the end users who are supposed to download those updates. The same was going on with Apple updates and so on. And this is, I think, how it started. And this is was the first implementation of CDN. As you can see, it's very far from what we understand now, how CDN works or what is it for in case of live streaming or VOD content. So the next iteration was mostly companies like third party or companies created number of servers with content that needed to be distributed geographically at a lot of other different locations. And this was like a second generation CDN, which companies were serving different companies like Microsoft, Apple, and so on. Then the next level was then live streaming showed up on the market, and most of the first streaming protocols for live streaming was Microsoft and RTMP. So the CDN's response on that was putting a secondary CDN. So they had primary CDN for distributing those updates and so-called static content like images and documents, and the secondary CDN that was streaming related, but was very costly. Very costly because you had to maintain two CDNs, and because of you had to put very often licensed software like streaming servers would be Adobe, Browser, or whatever Microsoft, whatever it would be. The many CDNs actually quit streaming services at that point of time until HLS or HTTP based streaming protocol showed up. And one of the first HTTP protocol was HLS. It's an Apple standard, and this kind of resurrected the streaming CDNs. So suddenly everyone jumped back to the so-called live streaming and streaming based CDNs. So since then, actually, CDNs are a big number of very well-known CDNs, and what they do mostly they're doing a good job of distribution. So if you have a origin server or live stream originated in any place in the world, the CDN allows you sort of the shortest path to get to CDN, and it's being transmitted internally and then distributed locally in different cities, different countries, different regions of the world. So this is a CDN. It's a way of distributing in the most efficient way. Sometimes it's the most cost efficient. Sometimes it's the only way to reach customers and users, and it becomes de facto standard for distribution of live and VOD content when you have your content located in some place, and then you can get distribution worldwide without building infrastructure by yourself but relying on third-party CDNs.